today, FitForm&Function, we got a new catback exhaust for the Genesis coupe, and we're going to be installing it. It's turboxs RS single exit. Should be fun.
So we've already got the turboxs race pipe installed. In a previous video you can watch that. But what we're going to do now is we're going to take this brace off, help get the exhaust out. We're going to take these two bolts that actually attach to the race pipe. We're going to take that out, and then you got two more bolts up top at the canister. We'll show you. You take those out, and that's most of what you do for the uninstall. Let's go to it. Alright, this part right here, this is the exhaust hanger. What we're going to do is we're going to get it just loosened up, get it past the nipple so it'll be easy to get off. But what we're actually going to do is we're going to leave it on there, just hanging, so that way when we unbolt this, hopefully it won't smack us in the face. And then it'll be easy to slide out.
Alright, so we got the old exhaust out. We got the new one laying around here. So what we're going to do is really figure out the size, the weight, and the construction. We'll go ahead and measure the pipe size. They don't list, I think, an actual pipe size for the new and the old, but we're looking at 2.5 for the old pipe construction. And one of the biggest flow restrictions here is actually this bend. It probably goes to about 1 inch exhaust right there, and if you look down, it's hard to look with the camera, but if you look down in there, it actually restricts it a lot. Like I said, it's about 1 inch in there, so that's the biggest flow problem there. And this is one of the main portions of the new Turbo XS catback. We're going to measure it, and it's right at about 3-inch pipe. So we're going from about 2.5, just like we did on the race pipe. We're going from 2.5 to 3 all the way, so it's going to open it up a lot. We do have one resonator here. It's going to help with drone and keep it a little quiet, so it's not going to be quite straight pipe. And then of course the muffler is going to help a lot too. But let's go ahead and weigh them and see how much weight we drop. So we got the middle section of the pipe here. Got it on the scale. It weighs about 12.5 pounds. So we're going to take that off, and we're going to weigh the actual muffler canister. And that weighs a little over 35.5. So we're looking at about 48 pounds. And that's the stock system. And let's go ahead and weigh the new system. Alright, so we got the two main sections of the exhaust here for the Turbo XS RS exhaust. Instead of having one long construction, they use two. You have a resonator here, just like they have in the stock constructions, probably more flow as well. But the two pieces are about 14 pounds 9 ounces. So it's pretty close to the same weight. Now of course this is thicker, heavier, and bigger metal. Going from 2.5 to 3, and it is about the same weight. And the actual muffler section, about 12 pounds 14 ounces. So we're looking at 27, 28 pounds roughly. So we got pretty close to about 20, 21 pounds off of the exhaust system, so that's pretty good. This isn't the lightest exhaust system out there. If you're going for complete weight reduction, there is Tomei, who makes a titanium. You can try that, but it's almost double the cost. So that's why I went with this exhaust. Alright, so we got the canister mounted back here. Weren't exactly sure how it was supposed to be done, so we messing around with it. We put the mount back on from the other exhaust, and there's a metal sleeve you slide through, and you have a bolt supplied. You put through it, and it bolts up to this muffler here. So you're gonna get that tight, and then it's gonna wrap around and sit right about there.
Bullseye. Yeah.
Alright, I just wanted to finish up the review for the turboxs exhaust. To start, it has the race pipe, which is from the turbo housing down. So you got the turboxs race pipe. It deletes that cat that's in there, and then it has the turboxs single exit catback. That's the exhaust as it sits. But this is a review for the just the catback with that. I didn't want to say too much about it when I took it out of the box and put it on the car, because when you unbox something, you're either going to love it or you hate it. And I really like the exhaust, but I wanted to give it a fair shot, make sure if something was wrong, I didn't, you know, glance over it. But great design, perfect welds, everything was fit perfect. Did have to take the little bar off that goes up under the exhaust on the frame, but who cares? I mean, it does absolutely nothing really. If your exhaust were to fall off, maybe it would hold it for an extra second, but it's not going to do anything. The pipe is ½ inch larger. It's better piping. Now the way it bends and moves, it does hang down a little bit lower. I haven't really had, I've gone over some speed bumps and I haven't had any problem with it scraping. I don't know how much lower it really is, but when it snakes down the differential, it does hang a little bit lower than stock. But that's just with the design to be as straight as possible. Like I showed you, if you look at the stock exhaust, I mean, there's a pinch in there that goes down to about 1 inch. So you're going from that little pinch at about 1 inch inner diameter to a 3 inch all the way. I mean, it's gonna make a big difference with power. As far as, you know, feeling the power on the road, it's nearly impossible for just that to be able to tell a difference. Now turboxs does say on their website it's about a 20 horsepower and torque difference, and I believe it. I mean, it pulls just like it did before, doesn't feel any real different, which leads me to believe it actually did gain in power. There is drone. If you can't handle drone, maybe get the dual exhaust, be a little bit quieter. It's not bad, horrible drone, but it's there. But you know, it being a turbo car, it usually isn't as loud. But I can deal with it, and it's not horrible. But then when you go to the loudness of the exhaust, it's not super loud either. I mean, you can hear it when you rev it up, and it sounds really good, but it's not going to be one of those really annoying loud exhausts when you get into it. Only a little annoying parts of the drone, but that's going to happen. There's nothing you can do about that in this straight through exhaust. But I have some video clips of how it sounds. You may not be able to hear it really good. I've tried doing different angles, but if I got it too close, it would just like gurgle. But you got it a little bit far away, and it's kind of quiet. turboxs does have a sound clip, I believe, on their website. That sounds pretty good. But yeah, the exhaust is great, fitment's great, pipe size, and like I said, we dropped about 22 pounds. So it was definitely worth the money. And if you are looking for a budget, like performance exhaust, this is great. Like I said, the only other exhaust that I would even consider for performance is the Tome. Their build quality is just as good. I do not know the weight. I have searched, and some people have said the weight of that catback is about half the weight of what this is. So you might drop another 10 pounds ish, but that's all titanium, and that's about $1,000. So this is a great option. But yeah, it's perfect. Anybody wants it, go check it out. turboxs.com.